living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
How in the hell are y'all doing? Baby, it is Thursday. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting, and I need one. I hope you do too. Anyway, let me get that shit together going here, and we're going to play that little John Lawrence here whilst I kick over stuff. I'm good at that. Kicking over shit. Anyway, it is Thursday, and I'm glad y'all are here. Jan Beats was the first one to jump in, followed by Bart Larson, Dorothy Tyndall, Jeanette Miller, thank you very much. The Remixtress is with us, thank you. Harvey W, all the way. Dimitri O.G., Trudy Baxter. Hey, guess what? Trudy. Speaking of Trudy, guess who sent me this shirt? That's right, you're such a whiner. That shirt came from Trudy Baxter. Thank you very much, darling. I appreciate that. Oh, I'm going to mess that up. Ursula Ray, good evening, darling. Irene Lambert, let me see. Bart Larson's here. Adina Michael, Bob K, Linda Moses, Tamara Harrington. Darling, I had a conversation about you today. Thank you for the package that's on its way. But as I always say, I don't ever see your name without thinking of your sister. Anyway, I want you to know that. Connie's always up there. Anyway, Pat Hunter, Shaking Me Bones. John D is here. Carol Lowe. Mark, our Blue Dot greeter, thank you for everything you do. Let me get on here. Debbie Hopewell, John D. Harvey. Oh, I already did Harvey. Sammy Mercy. Let me get that. Petrazi 20. Let me grab my dot. My dot's getting smaller because we got lots of messages already. Dennis and Jan, thank you. Carol DeBurr, Smartass Squaw, Carolyn and John. Hey, y'all doing? Anyway, it is Thursday. And, boy, howdy shit, you know, I want y'all to know, nowadays I'm winging it. I don't see a whole lot of news. There's a lot going on in my life, as y'all know. And so I catch bits and pieces everywhere I go and try to keep myself up. Right now on the left side of me is a computer screen with the TV on over there, closed captions, so I can see when Joe Biden is going to come out and make a speech here in a few minutes. Oh, Lordy, my main concern nowadays has been turned, besides in my personal life and our political future here, is I'm looking at a party that all of a sudden we're divided like shit. We don't know what we're going to do, and holy crap, the house is on fire. Who's going to go grab the hose? Well, I don't know. We're going to fucking decide that later. I hate this shit. If it's one thing we need right now to defeat Donald Trump as a unified party, we all need to be on the same page when we go to that booth. And this hum-hauling around right now, trying to put Biden in the position that, well, he's not capable of running the country. He's been damn capable so far and did a whole lot better job than the last guy ever thought about it. As a matter of fact, prices came down today. I've seen that in the news, too. So, yeah, Biden's been doing a damn good job. And I don't want anybody to have any mistake. I am riding with Biden all the way to the end. If he decides to back out, then I'm on board with whoever comes in there. But we have to be on the same page. And until that man decides what he's going to do, I am 100% behind him. I have confidence that he can guide this nation. And I have confidence that we'll all be in better shape. But these are trying times for all of us, for everybody, even around the world. This is affecting people. And so, yeah, I'm a bit pissed off at how we are 4 months out from a freaking election. And all of a sudden, we're going to start this shit. And it started right after the debate. One bad debate, and all of a sudden, the sky is freaking falling. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out. I'm pissed for a lot of reasons, and I take it out on whatever's handy. Anyway, I try my best. I preach it all the time. You only have a few choices in this life. You adapt, you overcome, you move forward. There are things that we have to do every day in fucking life that's going to piss you off, that's going to make you feel bad, that's going to do all sorts of shit. But through all of it, we don't have a choice. We have to adapt to our surroundings. We have to overcome whatever obstacles are in our way, and we have to move forward in our personal lives, in this nation, in our political lives. There's no other option. You can disguise it any way you want, but that's what we have to do. Anyway, hi Bernie.
You're muted.
Hey, John.
How you doing?
Hi, Missy Chick.
Hey.
Hey, Miss Chick.
I'm here. I'm surviving. I'm still here, gratefully. And so is everything that belongs to me. So
There you go.
I'm good. Yeah.
We got a sprinkle of rain
riding
today.
with
I was happy
Biden.
for that.
I pray for rain. Pray for rain for us. We had a fire last night, John.
Oh shit!
And, well, it actually started yesterday afternoon and
Yeah.
burned 80
Well, wait, back
acres.
up the bus when you say we.
My neighborhood,
Okay.
our hillside.
Okay.
It was 3.5 miles away from me.
That's
yeah.
too damn close. That's
very
too damn
I
close.
was ready to evac. My neighborhood did not get evacuated. There were several that did. We lost one particular home, 50 threatened. Lights went out. Yeah, it was quite tenuous at moments.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Thank you, Missy Chick. Thank you. Missy Chick was a blessing. She stayed with me the whole time, calming me down while I was here at the house by myself.
Literally holding her hand.
Yes.
Well, bless your heart. Don't we all need a little of that in our lives sometimes?
We do.
All
We do.
So, I'm good, John. I'm good. We're still here.
Well, I'm
So is my
glad for that.
neighborhood. And God bless firefighters everywhere. These people
Yes.
are amazing. Amazing.
They put it all on the
run
line.
to danger
Man.
when everybody else is fleeing. They
Yeah.
are an amazing bunch. And they managed to get it tamped down to it's 10% contained right now. It's
Yeah.
not out.
It's
But
not out, so
these
it's
guys
still a
are-
threat.
So
But you
if
feel better
have
that the fire
volunteer
department's out.
departments, if you have volunteer fire departments, these people do not get paid for what they do. Donate to them. It may
Indeed.
save your life.
Indeed. That's where I go vote. Every time I vote, I go up to the local volunteer fire department up here. There's an ambulance staff there all the time, but the firefighters are all volunteer firefighters, and when that
Yes.
alarm rings, baby, they come running. So
They don't
that's,
mind.
that's it. No.
They don't mind a
It's
meal
a hell of
drop.
a job. No, they don't. No, they don't. And they don't
Oh.
mind just saying thank you. You appreciate them. Tell them. Tell them.
We see.
Yes.
And that is what's under threat from this man, Trump. That's what every damn.
There has been recent comments on Facebook on how they're getting, their posts are getting fact checked about 2025. Right?
Brett.
Trump has put out several messages that he has nothing to do with Project 2025, but then he's
Doesn't
running
know
his
anything
mouth
about it. Let's be honest. That's what he
lied.
said. I don't know anything about
He
it, but
lied.
I wish them well. What?
Yes. As there are videos out there of him at their rallies and him praising them and them at his rallies and them praising him.
Dare you say he's
Bullshit,
lying?
y'all.
Never
Are
heard
you
of it.
saying he's a
Yeah.
liar
There, yes. Liar and thief.
and thief? 34
speaking-
felony counts. What more do you want to know?
Speaking
it's
of three
just-
alarm fires, let's put
Yeah.
one out right now.
All right, let's put a
Please.
fire out. Where's the fire?
I don't care. I don't care what media you watch. I don't care what they say. That we only have one thing we have to do, and it doesn't matter whether Joe drops out, gets pushed out, or whatever. We have to vote blue. Period.
That's it.
We back whatever is done.
Everybody
and
on the line.
vote.
We have to be a unified party this time. This is the most consequential election in our lifetime. Hell, in our history. Have we ever faced a more direct threat against our own society, against our own democracy, our country, than this man? In this plan they have to make loyalists out of everybody. I'm telling you, man, the man wants a North Korea type style where we all stand around and clap our asses off when he enters the room. That's what he wants. He wants that adoration. He wants that power.
It was real obvious today with the NATO information that was floating around. You know, everybody was doing interviews here, there, and everywhere with everybody, and there were some good ones. I really liked them, but it was very obvious who was standing behind NATO and or Biden and or the Democrats being in power here, and who was standing behind, I don't know, could it be Trump or Putin? And they were lining up on the other side. You know, I mean, they're not at NATO. The ones that are obviously not at NATO. Who's that? Orban, North Korea, let's pick a few other, even Israel.
Hello, Bear.
He can get in that line too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So I don't know what he's going to say tonight. I know that the world is hinging right now, waiting on him to come out and speak. And
well, he probably just wants to talk about the 75th or whatever anniversary of NATO.
Well, that's where he's at,
NATO. They're going
NATO.
to start throwing questions at him if they get a chance. And you know what? All the questions are going to be about.
Yeah.
And I
that's
hope
what
he
pisses me
hope
off.
he shuts it down and says, I'm talking about NATO.
You know, it does. It pisses me off the way the news media, Jesus, they want a crisis. That's what they want. They want everybody hanging on their teeth. You know, is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? It's pitiful. I can't trust any of them. You know,
It's like piranha.
it is. You know, they got a poll for whatever you want, and they can slant it any damn well they want. As long as it keeps the viewer right on the edge of their seat wanting to tune in
And you know what
and see a
else
little bit more.
pisses me off, John?
What pisses you off?
How's I'm in a ranty kind of mood.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let it loose.
They keep throwing out all these names, you know, of who would take his place, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And I'm like, excuse me, elephant in the room, who's standing right next to that man? And why are you not mentioning her name?
I'm
She's
sorry.
right there.
In my and I might say, right after I badmouth all the polls, all the polls do say that if she would run against him, she'd beat his ass, and I do believe that.
Yep.
And as far as I'm going to support whoever the Democratic Party puts up there as a nominee. That is a gimme. Do I think Kamala Harris could do it? Oh, hell yes.
John.
Yes, sir.
We put somebody up as a nominee. And all these Democrats that are out here running their mouths now, they had the opportunity during the primary season to run against this man. None of them did that.
None of them did that. No.
Okay?
No.
We put up our president as the nominee.
How many?
And guess what? What? He won primary after primary after primary. He's got the voters behind him. It is these fucking Democrats up here afraid of losing their own damn jobs. They're sucking off the tit of the government, and they want to kick him to the curb. We put Kamala in with him. She's also our vice presidential nominee.
Yes.
If he died in office, guess who the fuck would be president?
I'm happy.
Oh.
I mean,
Here's the kicker.
wrong verbiage.
Here's
Wrong
the
verbiage.
kicker.
I have every confidence that Kamala Harris could be a fine president. And I have no doubt about that. If for any reason Joe Biden drops out, she would be the only pick, I think. There might be others.
She's not. That's the problem. She's not even considered the first pick, although she should be. That's the problem. But here's also a problem. Not only would she become president for the rest of his term, she would be able to run 2 more times in her own term as president. That's what they don't like about Kamala. Because God forbid the American people should have a black woman as a president.
Are you shitting me? You know, right now, I'll tell you what, if Kamala Harris did end up on the ticket, you're looking at a situation where I think all the Democrats would back her. I think a whole lot of conservative women, especially with abortion and women's health care on the issue, would back her. I think Donnie's core base is just a bunch of redneck white dudes.
According to the poll, Kamala would not beat Trump. But guess who does? Even tied with him in the polls right now. Biden does.
Biden
beats Trump.
Well, I've
So
seen
why are we
polls
so willing to kick the
either
best
way.
president we've ever had to the curb?
No,
This
I'm not
is
ready. That's what I'm
ageism.
saying. That's
This
why
is
everybody is hinging on
ageism.
his decision. If that man says he's running, that's it. There should be no more discussion within the
said it.
Democratic Party. Anybody,
But he
congressmen,
said it.
senators, I don't
But
give a
he
shit.
Said it. And we've spent the last 2 weeks fucking around. And guess who benefits from that? Because we ain't
Trump.
talking about his lying ass.
Exactly. Let's refocus
Trump.
here, people. Refocus.
I'm going to go on pause because this shit is pissing me the fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh, what does it nowadays? You know, I've got a list nowadays of shit that pisses me off. I'm trying really hard to contain it.
Yeah, but in the meantime,
In the meantime,
I have some names of people, that you can go and listen to or read other than mainstream media.
who's that?
And let's see, who do I got here? Well, I'll start with the ones that I read. Joyce Vance. And some of these are on Substack. Some of them might be on YouTube.
Right.
There's also, I listened to a podcast called Pound Sisters-in-Law, # Sisters-in-Law. That's 4 different women that have been in the legal professions, and they discuss all of the legal stuff. Judd Legum from Popular Info, he's always going after stuff. In fact, a lot of the mainstream newspapers pick up on some of his stuff that he does. And I've heard that Tennessee Holler and Texas Tribune are actually good information places too.
Outstanding.
Heather Cox Richardson, she does her letters from an American or to an American. Robert Hubble is another one. Steve Breschloss, America. These are all Substack writers, and some of them do podcasts. Jess Craven from Chopwood Carry Water, she's a very great one to go to if you're looking for actions to do. She follows all of the stuff that you can do. Let's see, who else do we have here?
Outstanding.
Some of these are new ones to me, so I have to look them up yet.
It's good because right now mainstream media is, you go watch it, it'll piss you off. If you're looking for information there, you're just going to get pissed off. I notice off to my left that Joe Biden is speaking right now, and he's talking about NATO and how he came in after the last asshole was in there and went around kicking everybody in the shins with NATO and trying to destroy it. Biden came in and built it back up, made it stronger, added 2 nations, and is rallied around Ukraine. And Lord help, thank him for him. Anyway, Gregory Brown came in with a $20 donation and said, "I'm riding with Biden and cruising with Kamala." That's it. I'm riding with Biden. As long as he's in the driver's seat, I'm in the back seat, puffing a cigar, baby. I'm good to go. So anyway, thank you, Gregory. I appreciate that. He's talking about NATO right now, and the fact that this push that Putin has in Ukraine, this is a grave threat not only to Ukraine but to the world. Because as it's been repeated over and over, if you think he's going to stop there, if he takes Ukraine, no. He's going to turn to Poland. He's going to turn to the Baltic states. Mm-hmm. And I don't trust Trump for shit. He'd let him do it all. Joe Biden will stand in the way, baby.
I listened to, I don't know if do they call him president or, I don't know what the official title is, from Finland. Right. I listened to him today, and he had great things to say. He's behind Biden, and he is definitely, like you said, he's afraid. He's afraid of what would happen here. He sees it. He sees the writing on the wall with Putin and the whole, what we used to call the axis.
It should frighten every one of us.
Yeah.
The aspirations that he has to reestablish the Soviet Union, and the willingness of an ex-president in this country to allow him to do it and to assist him to do it.
And he also called out Orban.
Viktor Orban of Turkey, right?
Yep.
If I'm not
Yep.
mistaken. Yeah.
And I think
He's a wishy-washy. They're part of NATO, but this guy's,
the
he's
head of
half
state
on board
from
with
Germany
Putin.
did the same thing today too.
Who's that?
I don't know the names. I was busy doing something. I couldn't scribble names down. The head of state for Germany. I don't know his name. Starts with an S. That's all I got. But yeah, he was same thing. He's got the same fears. That we'll be looking at. He couldn't believe what some of these people were trying to do again. And
now you're hearing the story about Putin had an assassination attempt out for I think it's Germany. One of their he's a CEO of a arms company, produces manufactures ammunition and stuff. He's
I
CEO
did
of
hear
company.
that. Yes,
Yes,
I did.
that Russia had an assassination plot, but it was foiled by American and German intelligence, and
Germany has actually put in.
I think Putin had
30
plans for a window with this guy.
Right. I think it was $38.6 billion so far to Ukraine from Germany. So yeah, he's not really happy.
Yeah, Putin's a little pissed off about that. So he wants to. So he was gonna. He's gonna have an
Does
assassination.
anybody remember what Trump recently said about NATO and what he would do should he ever step foot in the White House again about NATO?
I do, but I can't remember the exact verbiage right now.
He'd take it apart.
He said that he would let Russia do whatever the hell that they want to.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If
Well, that's been his.
share.
That's been his mantra ever since he came on. He's tried to. We all saw it the day he stood on the stage in Helsinki, when he kissed Putin's ass right there in front of God and everybody, right there on camera, and then tried to backpedal it later on. Bullshit. He is a weak man who is just he cowers to people like Putin and Kim Jong-un. He looks up to them. He aspires to be them. And that's what should scare every American, is who he idolizes. The man is, it just... I do. I'm getting a big kick nowadays with my neighbor's new sign. You can't do anything about willful ignorance if you're supporting a convicted felon of 34 counts. If you're a convicted sexual predator, a habitual liar, a draft dodger, I don't know, bankruptcy 5, 6, 10 times, I don't know. Are you shitting me? He's a lying scumbag, and you still support him. That's willful ignorance. Go look it up in the dictionary there, butt boy.
And they are more than willfully ignorant about electing his ass again.
Yes, it's not willful ignorance. This again. The only way I can describe it is a bunch of. Well, there's two groups of Trump supporters: those that are willing to take advantage of the situation, which means they're going to make money in some form or fashion if Donald Trump takes over. The rest of them, the maggot crowd, those guys running around with their bumper stickers. And oh, by the way, I'm glad I said the word bumper sticker, because I got one in the mail. And I think I know who it's from, but there was no return, and all it says is, "Hey, does this ass make my truck look big?" Now, John's plan is to find the appropriate truck to put that on. John likes to look for something with a lot of Trump stickers where it just will blend in with everything else. And anyway, I like it. Does this ass make? Yes, that's who the maggot crowd is. That is the puffed up redneck, good old boy, fly my American flag and all that shit. Yeah, that's them. And they're not interested in politics, baby. This is an attitude thing. It's more like just blatantly saying, fuck you, I'm voting for Trump. What do you think of that? That's the intelligence of what we're dealing with. That's why, at least around my area, it piss you off? Yeah, it does. Your ignorance pisses me off. Your willingness to throw this country in the ditch for what? Some washed up freaking... Hey, Jeanette Dahl came back in all the way from Denmark with 50 Denmark krones. Thank you very much, Jeanette. I love you for staying up with us, baby. And Michael K.Y. Johnson came in with $2, said, That's right, KY. Strong women scare the weak men. Fuck Donald J. Trump and fuck the GOP and fuck all the... I'm sorry, I have to read that just the way it's going. We're not censored here. Anyway, it's been a hell of a day. It's sometimes we're faced with shit we don't like, shit we don't want to hear, shit we don't want to do. But we have responsibilities in life. In our personal life today, I had to do shit I did not want to do. It killed me to do it. But I had no other choice in the matter. I had to do what I had to do. And we don't have a choice in this in this race. We all have to do what we have to do. We have to make sure that you're prepared to vote, that your registration is up, that your name's on the list out there to vote. And then we need to get our ass out there and do it.
Definitely recheck those registrations. I've heard
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it was Minnesota or Wisconsin, somewhere people were falling off again. So double check.
I know that Arizona had just booted 30,000 people off of their rolls.
There you go. And you can bet your ass they're looking at states that are swing states. Arizona, that's why they're kicking people off the rolls.
Yes.
They're trying to pare it down, get as many people off the rolls. You want to vote, you got to work for it. Show me the papers.
Our swing state's not going to get anybody dumped off the rolls because, yeah. Our
scary as shit.
Secretary of State is...
Hey, let me send out a big thank you to Shaking Me Bones, who came in with a very nice donation and said, I'm riding with Biden all the way, and I send love to you and to the entire Blue Dot family. And I could speak. She means that to this entire Blue Dot family. I'm just
Speaking of donations, John.
What? Yes.
At Wednesday's rant, there was some comments that people sent some donations in through. So Mike Gibson from New Zealand sent $10. Kevin Conville, I don't know where he's from.
Well, wait a minute. Where did that come from?
From on your Wednesday rant on YouTube. They can still send you money in the comments.
Yes, they can.
Oh, yes, they can, and I have not been able to get to all of the. We had a lot of comments on.
I did check them yesterday.
Well,
so
then let me give that was.
Mike Gibson, New Zealand, Bill, $15, and someone called OHM, like $5.
Now, I so appreciate the help. I'll tell you what, it's yeah, I don't want to get off fucking mushy shit. Let's don't go there.
Just don't go there.
Yeah. Forge on, baby. That's what we got to do. Anyway,
by the way,
it's what?
Speaking of mushy, spoke with Benita the other day. She's a little under the weather right now.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes. And
there's somebody else that has made a big impact in the Britivo family. Huh?
Thank you to anybody and everybody who is out there doing 2 for Blue, or maybe 3 or 4. She's really proud of you. She would be in here rah-rah-ing. Fact of the matter is she's not feeling well. And
well, we send out our love.
Let's send her some healing blessings.
You bet.
And send her some mushy back to her. We love you, Benita. Get better soon, darling.
Blue soon. I thought Travis talked to her just the other day.
Yes, probably did.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Again, like I say, she's another one that entered our life and just is an amazing person. And talk about somebody who has her own burdens in life.
And I have a thank you to send out.
Who?
To your friend, and now mine, Pauline Hall. Pauline, you know what you did. I love the...
Paulette Hall?
She knows... Pauline Hall.
Paulette Hallback. Pauline! I'm sorry, I told y'all Pauline Hallback and... Wait. Paulette Hallback and Pauline Hall are on the same Rolodex panel. Pauline,
you know what you did.
And her mother.
I'm not going to call it out what you did.
Oh, she did big time.
Very much.
Yes.
She saved my life. Thank you very much for what you did. I truly appreciate it. And I love the little Jewish space laser.
Oh, you got it. She's a kick in the butt. For those that you don't know, we call her the cat lady. My kids call. Is that the
Yeah.
cat lady? Yes, that's the cat lady. Because Pauline, and did I say Pauline?
Pauline, John.
See, once I
Not
question it in my head, the rest of the night that's going to be screwing in my head.
Pauline.
Pauline is the one that sends us cat food every month.
Mm-hmm.
If we're talking about 150 pounds of cat food every month to feed not only my cats, but there's some other people that I share that with, and she's a blessing to them. I'll tell you. And yeah, I'm telling you, we have so many blue dots in this family that have made connections with each other. You know, the life of this family goes far beyond politics, and that's what really is satisfying about this particular platform. Not that I'm tooting my own horn about my show, but we're a little bit different in the fact that we have grown a family out of this, and it truly, touches my heart that so many contacts have been made, so many friendships have been made, and all that other mushy shit. Did anybody pay attention to what Joe was saying over here? I can't read it
Well,
and stay on the show at the same time, so I
they
can't do
keep
that.
mentioning that he should have a glass of water, but I don't know.
Well, I can't hear what he's saying, but he appears to have
He's
it.
talking about the United States having the world's best economy
Indeed, it
right
does.
now.
And why is that?
The
Why is that?
$50 billion investment that he made into the computer chip industry so we can make chips here so we don't have what happened during the COVID shutdown and, have our supply chains backed up because we can't
Right.
get computer chips in this country because they're no longer made here. He's doing it. He's the reason why we should continue to vote for him. This man is not.
Because he
He
gets
may be a
shit
little
done.
slow,
He's
but you know what? He has an administration, as every president does, and he listens to his administration, and then he makes his decision. I don't care if he's a little slow about making some really important.
And guess what? He's not
decisions about how
making
this
decisions
country is run.
based on who he hates. Because that other guy does. That's how he bases his decisions on who he hates.
You know what, John?
Yeah.
Here's something that I thought about that ain't nobody fucking mentioned. Joe Biden, the first president to ever stand on a picket line with union members.
And true. That is true.
The first president.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. What was that now? I'm sorry, repeat that. I got distracted.
He was the
myself.
first president to ever stand on the picket line.
On a picket line with union members.
Union members.
And that's why all unions are supporting his ass. The AFGE, the American Federation of Government Employees, they back Biden. And that's my union. That's the one I was a steward in. So yeah, Joe Biden's not afraid to stand on that line. Hey, didn't Donnie have the presser there with some make-believe union-looking guys? That's what it was. You there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. You blew me there
Trying
for a
to
minute.
keep
I
up.
thought, oh shit,
Yeah.
did I lose everybody? Well, somebody said I was buffering a minute ago.
Well, that was a while ago. You're fine now.
I'm fine now.
You know, I'm reading comments and I'm hearing comments all over the place, and even amongst our blue dots, that Biden needs to step down. He's too old, and all the rest of that shit.
No.
It really pains me to say that if you're out there and you're saying that he needs to step down, but if he continues and he's our nominee, I'm continuing with him.
I am riding with him 100%.
Stand in unity
And
with
I
this man,
still think
and
he
let
is
him
fully
know you
capable of doing the
support him,
job.
no matter what.
And as Bernadette pointed out a minute ago, if anything were to go south with Joe, guess who stands in? So I'm not worried.
Vice President.
We
That's
have a new
actually
two
young.
for blue. We have a new
Donald
2 for blue
Trump,
there.
I heard, wants to put Mike Flynn as vice president. Y'all
Oh,
ready
God.
for that?
No,
Mike
I don't want Mike Flynn anywhere near my government or my military again.
Don't want
The man was a
Donald-
disgrace. The only reason his ass didn't go to prison was because Donald Trump pardoned his ass. He is no different than Donald Trump. Neither is Steve Bannon or the rest of the slimy crew. They're all the same person, the same dirtbags that want to, I don't know, cleanse the country of all the liberals. Because
Y'all
that's
ready
what they're...
for that? Mike
No.
Flynn as vice president.
No.
No.
I don't want that stinking man anywhere near my house again. Anyway,
Or Stephen Miller.
Mr. Chick, you know that guy? George Whitesides?
No.
No?
Nope.
Okay. I was just wondering. He's running for a U.S. House out in California, in California's 27th Congressional District. Again, we need to take the House. This is a big race. This is everything on the line in this election. From president right on down, baby. We need to maintain the Senate, and we need to take the House. I'm tired of watching a clown show going on in the House day after day. We're not going to get anything
They're afraid of
done.
losing their seats, John. They're
Huh?
afraid of losing their seat. They're afraid of losing their paycheck. Not whether or
Yeah.
not we put in a decent man for president. They're afraid of losing their own goddamn job. But I didn't
Sure.
see near one of them running in the primary and putting their name out there to
No.
be voted on.
Everything was
Right.
hunky-dory. They were fine.
Now
Now
they got
some
all
of them
sorts of
they smell blood in the water, and all of a sudden some of these Democrats, in the House especially, want to jump in the water. Bullshit. Until that man makes a decision, every one of them should shut their mouth and get behind him.
How is it?
A
But he
unified
made
party
his
is the only
decision.
fucking way we do
He
this.
made his decision, John. He said he was staying in the race.
And I
He
haven't heard
made
anything
his
different, so I
decision.
assume he is.
Exactly.
Okay, let me thank Bob K., who came in with a $5 donation and said, I always vote for the person who will do the least damage. Not my fault. It always seems to be a left-wing Dem instead of a right-wing radical. There you go. You don't even have to call it a party affiliation. You just have to look and see who the crazies are in our government. Who is standing in the way of progress in this country? Who wants to march our ass backwards?
Republican Party.
That's
who.
it.
Remember,
That's who.
the Republicans came up with a bill to secure the border. Who killed it?
Republicans, they killed their own freaking bill.
Killed it. He told them don't vote for it. And his clown show followed.
Boy, howdy shit. That's it. I just watched Joe Biden saying he is getting the job done. That's why he's running. He's getting the job done. And that's the goal, baby. Let's get the job done, and he's doing a damn good job of it. Anyway, let me see. Joseph Martinez just came in with a $5 donation and said, stop Project 2025 mandatory leadership for the conservative party's promise. Vote Joe Biden. Indeed, my friend. Indeed. Oh, Lord. I got to catch up. I'm getting out of... Where are my buttons? I'm on the wrong button. There's the right button. Oh, we got things swapping. I'm still trying to get my mic hooked up. I want to use this mic. I want to use my blue mic. We're having difficulty getting it hooked up. It's all right. I have a hammer. I told him I can make it fit.
Hammer.
Just tap it. Just tap it. Yeah, that's what he kept saying. No.
Stop.
Knock it. It'll go in there. But anyway. So what else is going on in the country besides the demise of the American political system? Shit. There was something that came up. I was thinking.
People are hurting because of climate change.
Lord.
You guys just experienced the Cat 1 hurricane, which produced a lot of flooding and power outages all over Texas.
Cat 1, my ass. That was the earliest Category 5, and it reached, I know it hit 4. I don't know if it hit 5 out in the Caribbean. That was the earliest ever in the history of hurricanes.
When it hit Texas, it was a Category 1.
It was a Category
That's what
1.
I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Yeah, I watched it go right by.
13 all over this country.
I've got a whole season left to go.
The East Coast was 100 degrees plus. Okay, now the West Coast 100 degrees plus.
Hey, what's Trump's plan for that, Bernie? What is Trump's plan for that?
Right.
Climate change is a hoax.
That's what his thing is.
He
Drill,
don't
baby,
have a
drill.
plan.
As long as
But
they're
Joe,
making money, they don't give a shit about the climate. The Republicans never have.
Right.
It's
but
always
Joe
been
Biden
about
has
money.
a plan. Joe Biden has a plan for climate change, and he has
Yeah, he does.
invested more money into it so far than any other president in history.
And that's leadership. And that's what not only our country
And
needs, but
he's
that's what the
drilling more
world
holes
needs.
than we've ever drilled before.
Shaking Me Bones says she's got 70 degrees here in Monterey Bay, California. Darling, it was like 90s. Well, no, it cooled off today.
Well,
We got cooled off because
in
we got a little
ca-
bit of rain today. Yeah, I
in
was happy.
in case nobody knows, the name is in the name. Monterey Bay. She lives
Monterey
near
Bay.
the ocean.
Yes,
If
she
you
does.
move 10 feet away from that, it's 2,000 degrees in California.
Yeah, but you know she lives in that part that's going to fall off into the sea. Right?
It's a beautiful part, though. I've been there.
You better not.
Beautiful chunk.
It is
Oh, it's a
absolutely
beautiful.
gorgeous down
I
there.
lived out in the Bay Area back in the early 70s. I still, just the other night, my wife and I was reminiscing because I think it was 1972. I had a chance to buy a nice little 2-acre plot far enough away from the base out in Moffett Field, California, in this little quaint little town called Mountain View. Anybody know what Mountain View, California?
Yes,
Yes,
I know where it's
that's Silicon Valley now.
Ocean view, that was
Yes.
yes,
mountain.
it is.
2 acres.
Yes, it is.
2 acres. It was nothing. That was where the cheap rent was because it was so far away from the base. You had to drive to get to work. Yeah, things John should have done in his life. Damn. Oh well.
Yep.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a beautiful area. I loved it. As a matter of fact, I had every intention to returning to that area after I finished up my military career, but I moved to Texas. And then I met a Texas girl. And holy
And that
shit,
was that.
the ride was on,
End of
baby.
story.
The ride was on. And it's been a hell of a ride. And I can't thank her enough for everything that she has given me, not to mention my sons, but a life. And with 48 years together, and I started my show. She never wanted to be on camera. She never wanted her voice heard. But I've always called her my political advisor, because we have been politically motivated ever since we first met. And anyway,
Right on.
thinking, where is Mountain View? Whoo! Go look where all the rich money is out there. Where that's where Mountain View is now. Yeah.
Like he said, it's now called Silicon Valley.
Cassie Hicks. It says her dad worked at Ames Research Center on Moffett Field. Yes, Ames Research. Yes. As a matter of fact, my squadron is very well known. VP 47 in Moffett Field, California, who on final approach had a midair
All right,
had
John.
a midair collision with a NASA aircraft that was on final approach. We lost 5 lives that day. Yeah, Cassie, it's the name Ames Research Center, and that's yeah, sometimes memory lane, baby. Anyway, where were we? Shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Starting to
I
catch
have a
up.
tendency to go down memory
We
lane.
were talking about the
nowadays.
climate. That's how we got off on
Yeah,
California
climate.
and stuff. And
That is. I'm worried about the next few months with
if you
hurricanes.
wanna-
Hell, this is just July. Shit.
yeah, if you want
It
to
doesn't get popular until August, September. That's when
go
the
somewhere where
storms
they
come.
talk climate all the time,
Yeah.
check out Environmental Coffee House. In fact, Sandy from Environmental Coffee House, really lovely lady. She scours the internet, and she will read different articles from all over with pertinent information about what's going on. Not just in the climate, though. She's also talking about politics and stuff in there too. And she is a member. She's a Blue Dot member, and she pops in every once in a while. So, hey, Sandy.
Mark just said it's 104 where he's at.
Oh man, nope.
104.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
tell you this here.
I was just telling him he wins.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he
it's
wins.
only 99, and it only feels like 1,000 degrees right now. Okay, so
Yeah, it's not just in the South anymore. This is everywhere. This
No,
is all
it's everywhere.
nationwide and worldwide. Where was it? Somebody over in Europe or India? Shit, I don't know. I can't remember. There was a story that was in my mind that just dashed out. Anyway, oh, I forgot. Shit. It's all right. My mind's going south. Gonna
That's
run
okay.
our 2 for blue.
it's more like went.
Yeah, it went south a long time ago. I'm trying to drag it back
Yeah,
into
exactly.
shape every once in a while, but it just refuses. So I'll just keep kicking its brown. These are the 2 for blue that we want. That I'm not completely up on this. The family, as you can imagine, has been busy, so this hasn't been updated. The new one is George running for congressman out there, George Whitesides, in California's 27th district. Again, we need the House.
He is running against Mike Garcia, who was one of the insurrectionists.
Oh, well, there you go. The reason he picked that one, Travis told me, was because, well, I think Miss Chick said something about him. And I said, well, what did she say? Did she
I might
say,
have.
did she say she hated him or what? She said, no.
No. He's got to beat Mike Garcia. That's what.
That's why. So it's not just the president. We have to be concerned with every race in this election. Because we can take the White House, but if we hand Joe another 4 years with a divided House and the Republicans have control, guess what? It's going to be a battle the whole 9 yards every damn day. And that's what I think the nation is tired of. The Republican Party refuses to, as we just mentioned, to pass their own bills, their own ideas, because they don't want success.
I have to say that I am a little disappointed in Sherrod Brown and John Tester, whom I have donated to their campaigns to try to keep them in the Senate. Both of them have come out and said, and I understand because they live in red states,
Right.
they want Biden to step down. I think it's an outrage for these people to continue to do this.
Yeah, they'd have been better off just to say no comment and walk on
Exactly. And that's
And-
the
Even that,
Republicans
though,
will get up
pisses
there
me
and
off.
they'll
No
say,
comment.
in a heartbeat. Oh, I haven't read that text. Oh, I have no comment. Oh, I don't talk about those kind of things. Oh, we're still debating about it. But not the Democrats. What do they get out there and do? Oh, he should step down. In the middle, 4 months out from the
4
election.
months out.
4 months out.
4 months out, and this is what we got going on in our party. This has
And we're
got to
talking
come to a
this
stop.
shit and their fucking asses instead of talking about the felonious 34 count felony sexual assaulting fraud.
There should not be a freaking question over this. There should just not
a
be.
question. Not amongst
To
the
anybody in
Democrats.
this country that has a rational
I
thought, that is not
2020
willfully
politics
ignorant.
all the way on the line. So I'm glad people are starting to talk about it. I've been talking about it for the last 6 months. Y'all need to
Darling,
read
we've
that
been talking
shit.
about this for the last 8 years. 8 years we have been almost. We're coming up on our 8th anniversary of this show. From the first time I
Yes.
opened my mouth. And the only reason I opened my mouth was I was doing so much bitching around my house and my kids showing me YouTube videos, and my wife turned to me and said, well, open your mouth. You do it. So I did.
You've been challenged.
I was challenged. I'm telling you, she's a feisty girl, my wife. I'm telling you. You may never see her, but you know she's there. Yeah.
By the way,
Anyway.
we're getting comments in the YouTube chat that Biden is doing well in this press conference, as I had suspected he would.
I suspected he would too. I knew he was not going to be afraid to stand up there and take questions from them. I don't know what happened at that debate that made him I'm sure he was exhausted from prepping from it, for one thing. I don't know.
But you know what, John?
But I have
Let's-
every confidence in that man.
Let's give
Huh.
up debating the debate. I mean, really, let's just let that
Yeah.
go now.
It's gone. It's over with. As a matter of fact, I'm looking forward to the next one. Because I have confidence in him. I don't have confidence in the Republican Party or their leader. At all. I feel them as a threat to this country. So there is no question that Joe Biden has done a fantastic job. Over 50 million new jobs since he took office. 50 million. 21 million added to the Affordable Care Act.
Yes.
Insulin down to $35. Added 2 nations to NATO. This man has been busy.
The PACT Act. And
The PACT
speaking
Act.
of the PACT Act, we have a
But-
hand up there.
We do.
Who knows?
Who dared? Oh no, that's Jim. No, he's good.
Keep looking. You'll see it.
Oh, yes. Yes,
The
I'm
full
blind.
moon.
Yes, I do. Now watch me miss this up. Colbua. Well, hands up down there. Anybody want to
Well,
jump in here? Raise your hands. We'll drag your ass right up in here. I'm even picking on people.
He's sometimes chasing kids around, so he might have to
That's
take a
always a
minute.
fun thing. I'm glad
Yeah.
those days is over. Nowadays, my kids are chasing me around. Dad, where are you going? Colbua. Is my saying that right? I know I'm not.
No, Colbois.
Colbois. Colbois. I love it. How you doing? Are you with us? Or did
Oh,
they-
we can't hear you.
Not a bit. Not lighting up at all.
Darn.
James, are you with us?
Yeah.
Hey, James, how are you doing?
What's going on? I'm on this daggone PlayStation. It don't tell me when I'm invited up. Sorry.
You're
Oh,
playing the PlayStation.
hear
Is that
ya.
what you s-
Nah, I'm listening to Discord through my PlayStation.
Oh, my kids do that kind of shit.
He's
Yeah.
taking a break from a game, is what he's doing.
As a matter of fact, when we were talking about Project 2025 a little while ago. My kids, Travis, Dad, or was it Tyler? I don't know. One of them, the kids, was standing behind me, and we had just finished up watching Family Feud there, and Tyler says, "Hey, Dad, I want you to see this," and he switches over to YouTube, and he pulls up this. It's a video. The only thing on the screen is a piece of white paper with a stick figure head, like little arms. And I listened because he explained Project 2025. Now, their target audience is probably people in their 20s and 30s. These are younger voters, younger people. My son found it on YouTube. So, and it explained nonpartisanly, and it doesn't have to be, Project 2025. And laid it out just as plain as can be, the threat that poses to this democracy. And that was from a I mean, he does lots of YouTube videos on lots of different subjects. This time he picked Project 2025 to do, and it was pretty informative. I enjoyed the shit out of it. So it
There
was
are
quite
a number of YouTubers
various
out
ways.
there reading the entire book. So if you're milling around your house and getting your chores done, you could just listen.
And lots of people
Yeah.
explaining it too, all over.
Lots of
Yeah.
people explaining it, but several people are actually reading the text itself. And it's frightening, y'all.
It is frightening
It is terribly
You know,
frightening.
because they
have
want
a
to turn
plan
it.
for 180
All of us.
days from the date of them taking office to dismantle our entire government and install sycophants
Loyalists.
to their
In their own words, loyalists to their leader, not
And
to
they
this
already
country,
have
not to the
they
ideals of this
already
country.
have tens of thousands of people set up in their database already because they've been working on this for years. Years.
Facebook is going out of their way to kick dirt on anything you post about 2025.
Yep,
I'm just
they
saying.
Is that right?
Yes,
Yep.
they are.
I haven't been on I haven't been on Facebook in a while. I post there all my videos out, on all the platforms. But here lately, I've not had time to dig into what's going on Facebook or who's saying
Hey,
what.
John, you want to grab Colbo again?
Yes, I do. Why, yes, I do. Let me see here.
See if you
And
can
while
make
I'm
it.
doing that, I want to send out another thank you to Shaking Me Bones, who came in with another donation and said, boy, howdy shit, I'm fucking pissed. Ah! Welcome to the club, baby. I'm staying in a perpetual state of pissed offness. I swear I am. I'm trying hard to, as a matter of fact, shit. I was talking to Shaken, and I told her that anyway. Remember what I always say, you put a smile on somebody's face and give it away to somebody else because somebody damn sure needs it. And I want to thank those that have put one on my face because I damn sure need it. And that's what I mean every time I say that. I'm going through a difficult situation. Don't think I'm the only one in this Blue Dot family that is. Because we have plenty in this family that are suffering in their own hell right now. So that's how come this family, it means so much to me, and the friendships that have been forged, the connections that have been made. Because I hope it means as much to you as it means to me. And I'm my Michael Bell. I do love this family. Because it demonstrates itself to be a family. Anyway, all that other mushy shit. I'm in one of my
If you're in the
moods tonight.
chat, hit the like
I'm in
button.
one.
It doesn't cost you a thing, but it
Not
does
a
help
damn
the
dime.
channel tremendously. Please
It
hit the
does.
like button.
And our numbers are still going up. It still amazes me. How many people even now are finding this our channel, this family. So
Care the shit.
Yeah. Ain't it? Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna screw it up again. I just said it a minute ago.
So can you all hear me now?
Y'all giggle off of
Yes.
this shit, don't you?
We
Just
can
love
hear
to
you
see me
now.
suffer.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
There
I
you
guess
go.
my car doesn't like Discord. I had a 13-hour day, so I'm driving.
Oh, I'm
home,
sorry to
so I
hear
just
that, brother.
switched over to
I know the feeling. Get a little tired.
a
You
little
know.
bit, but I just heard y'all talking about climate, and my buddies like to call me Lorex with a gun. So people don't realize that we're in our sixth extinction event. The Holocene extinction or the Paleocene extinction event, where we've lost like 70% of our mammals, we've lost like
Oh,
80% of
brother.
our insects. It's people are
I was just watching a
they
special
don't
about the
know.
coral reefs. Ain't looking good, baby.
No,
None
they're
of it
so
is.
sensitive, but
Yeah. The implications of
yeah,
major events happening are getting more and more prominent, more and more likely to happen. Extreme
Fixing to
weather
get-
all
we're
around.
Fixing to get mammoths back, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
We're fixing to get woolly mammoths back? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what they said on NPR. They're going to do it, I guess.
Oh, they're gonna through DNA.
you're gonna clone.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, there you go. Comes just in time for the next ice age. We might need them. Yeah. Shit. Yeah, they're very good in cold climates. Let me thank Keith Thompson, who came in with a $5 donation. That Marine said, from the thriving blue state of Minnesota, go Joe, save the nation. Indeed. And Joseph Martinez came in with $5 and said, mandatory leadership of the conservative parties promised 60% was executed in the 80s by Ronald Reagan. Vote Joe Biden. Indeed. This, there can be so much track back to when Ronald Reagan came in office, because things changed in the Republican Party when he did. And it has led to what you see in it now. It's not about the flag, and I don't give a shit how many eagles fly by their fucking window. To them, it's about money. It's about power and money and control. And that's not what this country's about, baby. That power is in the people's hand. The control is in the people's hands. That's the way our democracy works. That's the way our society works.
Unfortunately, these maggots are easily controlled by these other shitheads.
They got
It's
feelings.
easy when you're brainwashed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
they're
that's,
brainwashed by hatred.
They are willfully
Pure
ignorant.
hatred.
That's
No.
it. Yeah, no,
Well, when our
because it's driven by
laws
hate. No, I agree with you.
entertainment-
That's exactly what it is. And that's the product that Trump sells is hate. You hear him out there trying to unify anybody? Fuck no. He's out there to piss people off. What do you think's going to happen? Bunch of pissed off people. Things ain't good.
They keep us pissed off at each other. That way we're not pissed off at them.
Yeah, distraction.
Well, if we're the Democrats are so fucking distracted right now, and I wish they'd take a fucking breath and realize the man that we have is that the voters pick to be the nominee for
Absolutely.
president. That the voters pick. That's you. That's me. I went to my primary. I voted in it, and there have been a lot of people that have already voted in our primaries. Every last single Democrat out there had the opportunity to run in the primary and challenge Joe Biden for this seat. They didn't do it. Their names were nowhere near.
No, they backed him. They backed him.
Yes, they backed him. He has 90 minutes on one bad night, and now they want to kick him to the curb? Fuck you with that shit.
Hey, Barnes O'Donnell, he showed the whole damn video of Biden talking to the AFL-CIO, and he knocked it out of the fucking park. No teleprompter. It was just Joe being fucking Joe, and he killed it.
That's what I'm seeing
Yeah.
off to my left right now. I'm watching him. I
looks
can't hear him,
bright,
but I have
he
the
looks
teleprompter up there.
smart.
He sounds pretty competent right now. He's sounding
Yes.
pretty forceful. Huh.
This man
What?
has been around politics all his damn life. He has suffered more than any law should allow for him to suffer the things that he has suffered in his lifetime. And he stayed in the Senate, and he works for the people, and he's the only president that stood with the unions, and he's trying to do things for older people, and he gave Americans health care, which will get stripped away the minute that asshole even
He's
thinks
trying to-
about getting close to
He's
the White
trying to
House.
build a
Y'all
world
need to
for
make sure
the youth.
that shit don't happen. He's reunited NATO after Trump went in up there and took a shit all over it.
Which is what
The only time
Joe
that
Biden
NATO
just
has
said
ever
something about that.
invoked Article 5 was when we got attacked in 9/11. They
That's
came
the
to
only
our
time.
rescue. The
You
only
absolutely
time
nailed it.
Article 5 has been evoked.
That's the only time. You're exactly right.
It takes something like that to bring him along.
I'm sorry, you
Really?
can't rewrite history in front of me
No.
when I watched it with
We
my
all
own
watched it.
damn eyes.
And we
I
all
will
know the
never
history of
forget
Trump. Every bit of it.
January 6th.
You can look
That's
at the
right,
history of
and
Joe Biden.
seriously,
You can
when
look
we
at his
changed the
career and what
claim-
he's done all his life. He has worked
Hey, why
for the
don't we
American
compare their
people. He has
records and
sacrificed
choose the
for this
best
country.
one?
Huh?
Compare their records and choose
Please.
the best one.
Please, that's all.
Exactly.
That's all any of us are really asking you to do is compare their records. Not on
This
some.
is the job
You
interview.
can't. I'll tell you what. You can't let that son of a bitch stand on a stage and start opening his mouth. And here's one little thing that because he did it just the other day. I don't know when I say the other day, he did it like 4 months ago, but he did it about a week ago. He was giving a speech, and he was up there talking about how terrible it is that when you go to some place and you turn on the water and all of a sudden it's just a drip, drip, and you're trying to wash your hair, and I got my and I can't. Are you shitting me? The man's never spent a day in his fucking life that didn't have a fucking working shower, and most Americans, when they go turn on the fucking water, they get water. He sells bullshit. Is what he sells. He makes shit up out of his ass. It doesn't matter about whether it's water, healthcare, or anything else in this nation. He pulls shit out of his ass, makes up a big old fucking lie, and the news acts like it's some kind of, oh, look, this is what Donald Trump. No, he doesn't think shit. He just makes
They
up
don't
crap.
call him out for his claim of Obama's Choice Act.
Yeah, 21 million more people added to the Affordable Care Act under
Yes.
Biden. 21 more million Americans have health insurance because Joe Biden. That's where the rubber meets the road, baby. And this evening I saw in the news where they're talking about prices, consumer prices are coming down now. Finally.
Yes.
Finally. Because of the pressure that the Biden administration has put on them. Because the pandemic is over. You raised your prices real high. You made a bunch of money. Now give the American people a break. You've made enough. Lower the price. Where we can all afford it.
Y'all, our democracy. The simple truth of the matter is, at the end of this election, we will either be a democracy or we will
Or we
be
won't.
a fascist nation.
We will
under
turn into something
the
else.
rulership of King Trump. Y'all like the sound of that, King Trump? Because I'm not calling that motherfucker a king,
Oh no.
okay?
Oh no.
I ain't doing it.
I don't know how many discussions I've had with people saying, well, where are you going if he gets back in office?
I ain't going
I'd like to-
nowhere.
I'd
Nope,
like to
not
say
for
I'm
my
going where they're
country.
going, but no, I'm not going anywhere. If he were to get back in, I'm going to, yeah, my ass will have a lot of trouble, but I'm staying right here and that camera's going to be fucking on.
Thank you.
That's where I'm going to be. That's where I started. He was in office when I started this shit.
I'm gonna be in jail.
I ran, yeah, I will be, yeah. Yeah. It's, I had to do some paperwork today. I didn't want to. And,
I know.
young lady, yeah,
I
you
know.
do know. And the young lady asked me, well, we need a witness, somebody who's not a family member. She said, do you have a neighbor we could call? That was, yeah, and that was my response. I told her, no, darling, I don't have any neighbors I could call in a crisis. They could give two shits about me, my wife, or anything else in my family. That's what the hell of hit Donald Trump has brought. Because before that man came here, I'd lived here for 20 years. I had neighbors. I'd go down the street and sit down and have a beer with them. We'd sit around
John,
and pass a joint around. We don't have that anymore.
Yesterday, when the fire was going on, my son and his son, my grandson, they went down the road closer to the fire so they could get a good eye on what was going on, jump in if necessary, whatever. I was here by myself, packing things and getting ready to go. Most of this shit is already packed. It's just about throwing it in the car. Okay?
Right.
I
know the
two
feeling.
of my neighbors called
That's scary,
me
though.
and asked me if I was okay and do I need anything, and to inform me about what the hell was going on.
Nice.
Because I am that
That's
little
what a
old
neighbor
black
does.
woman that lives at the top of the hill. That's community. Trump broke our country.
He did.
If we let him
He
back
broke our
in,
society. The
broke our
ability
country.
for one American to stand up for each other, regardless of party affiliation, regardless of what religion you are, what color you are, who you date, who you marry. We thought we had moved past all of that, but no, it's trying to rear its ugly little fucking head back. And it's being led by that scumbag. Because he thrives on that.
I was so grateful that my neighbors called on me to check to see if I was okay and did I need anything.
Yeah.
And if at a moment's notice, they'd be at my door to pull me out of here.
Mine would gather out in the road and clap their hands. That's what my neighbors
Fuck
would
them.
do.
I don't think.
That's what I say.
Maybe butt boy, but I don't think.
No,
Well,
they would.
I have hope for a few of them that they've, I don't know. Yeah, it is. I turn a lot of anger towards one or two people on this street, but what is that about silence? Just stand by and do nothing
Silence
when you
is
see
complicity.
something. That's what it is.
And that's why we can't be silent through all of this.
No.
We cannot
No.
be silent.
You know,
No.
I'm gonna say something. You know, I think a lot of it is peer pressure. Seriously. Because these fucking maggots, you got a few shitheads, and then the rest of them are like, well, I don't want to say nothing because I don't.
I would like to think that too, and then I'll go and I watch somebody like Adam Mockler, who was a young man, 21, 22 years old, and he gets out there and he faces Trump supporters face to face with a
Face to
microphone.
face.
He's got
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
intelligent
Guy's got guts.
conversation,
He's
and
got
he holds
huevos.
conversation with these people. This is what they truly fucking believe, and
But
they
I'm
hate
sure they all like.
anybody No, you need to start listening to what these people are saying and take them for what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it's peer pressure. I swear I do. I know there's some of them that are real fucking shitheads, but I don't think they're all like that.
Look, those people
I don't think
truly
they're all
believe in
like
that
that.
fucking racist asshole.
I
He
want to
should
have.
be able to grab him by the pussy and it would be okay. He can do
Yeah.
no wrong in their eyes.
No, and there.
You cannot talk common sense into these fuckers.
No,
They-
it has nothing.
it-
Like I
it's
say, it
plain
doesn't
and
even
simple.
have to do anything with politics or policy. It's an attitude thing with most of these guys.
I
It's
think
just
a lot
an
of it's
attitude.
like your damn ball game. This is our team. This is your team, and everybody
That's it.
around me.
No,
If
no,
And
no.
that's
you
what
don't live
that's
in
what Trump
Bernadette.
wants.
It ain't no ball
Bernadette.
game though.
You don't live
Hey,
in the South.
Hey, let me
In
catch
the
up real
South,
quick.
Everybody's sorry.
No, that's all right. I just want to thank Leslie B, who came in with a $10 donation. Leslie, thank you very much. I'll let that slide too long. It's very passionate, this discussion, isn't it? It makes your blood get going. It makes you think. It makes you get pissed. It makes you feel bad. That's what this discussion is, because this is our country. That's what we're fighting for. Everything that we're talking about hinges on this election.
When they say, I got one question. When they say make America great again, what do they mean by that?
Exactly.
See,
Yeah.
a lot of people
Yeah,
don't.
great for who?
A lot of people don't put that much thought into it.
They
it's
don't.
Just pure pressure.
They just look at just the words. Oh, look, yeah, let's make America great again because we were great. No, we've never been great. That's what this fight has always been about. You look back in your own lifetime, how much we saw back there in the 60s, the 70s, the changes that we were involved in doing. We changed this nation through our lifetime. And then we went to work and have to go fucking make house payments and all that
I'm
shit.
going to make one statement and then I'm going to be quiet. I
You don't have to be
wish
quiet, baby.
that you could live in my skin for one day.
Oh, baby.
And hear that shit.
I'm sure you've heard plenty through your life. As
agree.
have a lot of people who
I
aren't.
live in the South, and I work with these shitheads, and I hear what they're saying, and they're not informed. The most informed people, they're not. I mean, they're just bombarded with bullshit constantly, and when you got a group of fucking people saying one thing, and you're just gonna go wrong with it because you're right there with them. I mean, it's peer pressure. Because you're just around in a group of fucking people that are ignorant.
And
It
you're
just
standing right
spreads
there
like
amongst them.
It spreads
I've
like
been
fucking
there.
wildfire.
Been there. Yeah. Because it doesn't require any thought. It just
No,
requires
it does
emotion.
Not. It does not require
It
any
requires
thought at all.
emotion. That's it.
That's
And
it.
that's what Trump understands. He's not saying all the bullshit that comes out of his mouth at any one of his rallies. Which, by the way, if you take a look at those rallies, there ain't that many people there. There ain't that many people there. But all you have to do is listen to him. He's full of shit. He's not selling them on his grand vision for the future. He sells them what they want. They want to hate somebody. And Trump points to who they can hate. And that's us. That's
Hey,
hating
Charlie,
your own countrymen.
They want to be mad at somebody because the goddamn groceries are fucking outrageous. Well, no, it's easy to fucking make somebody mad.
Yeah. Yeah, for all of us when you go to the grocery store. Jesus, man, are you shitting me? Yeah, just going, you know what's killing me is because I live so far away from an H-E-B here in Texas, the big grocery store that I love. That's a ride. That's a trip. But oh my God, I got a Dollar General right down here 4 miles from my house. Where do you think I'm going to go? I'm going to go, well, I got to run down to Dollar General. Fuck, I'm wasting money out the ass. Because it costs so much. It's a cheap place, but you're not getting your dollar's worth out there. Every opportunity that any business has had during the pandemic to make another buck, they took. And once you start making money, it's hard to turn that loose, and that's what we've got. That's what kept prices so high. It's not the market. It's not the supply chain. Nothing changed except the greed, the need for that profit. Are you shitting me? You know, I don't know. I don't know the answers to everything. I have just as many questions as everybody else out there. Every day, you know, that's what I mean. You don't have to be anybody to be concerned. Sometimes I get lost. Let me thank that Blue Dot Creator, Mark. Mark, thank you very much. Mark came in with a $20 donation and said all Republicans need to shut the fuck up. Play the song, John. I'm sorry, Mark always said that's right. Donald Trump, the Republican Party, please. I need this in my head anyway. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. You don't know the pleasure I get out of doing that. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. It does. It just makes me smile. And I want to direct it at so many fucking people. And right now, a lot of them in our own party.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up. And that's from Mark. So thank you, Mark.
George Clooney, shut the fuck up.
Shut
bitch.
the fuck up. What are you doing? You was just fundraising for him a couple of weeks ago. And now all of a sudden you come up with this shit? And now you got a bunch of George Clooney followers that, yeah, he's right. No, he ain't. No, he's not. We have one chance in this country, and that is to stand behind Joe Biden, the Democratic Party, and to take our ass and keep our ass in the White House. To keep control of the White House, to keep control of the Senate, and to take control of the House. That's our job. And we can do that. We have the numbers to do that. We have the power to do that. So we all need to be on the same page. And I'm hoping like shit. I don't know what happened tonight with that speech. I'll look at it after a while. But I hope whatever Joe said tonight is trying to get the message across to this party that we have to be united. My son asked me, Dad, what do you want to name the show? I don't know. I'm in the middle of a bunch of shit. I can't think. The one thing that I know in my head is that we have to be unified.
Yes.
Anything less than that, we give him an opportunity to get his stinking ass back in our house. And it'll be the last fucking election that you'll ever see in this country. There won't be a need for one. He'll come up with some bullshit of he'll be president for life. Just like Pootie. Philly, see, are you in here? I am so...
Yes, I am. I'm listening.
I am so sorry. How are you doing?
No, I'm doing well. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there every day, buddy. As Andy
How's
Pagoda
Mama
would say,
doing?
like a hair in a biscuit.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
You know what, man? I got to be honest with you, man. A vote for Trump would be turning your back on anybody that fought for this country.
Yes.
Fought for freedom. Fought
Yes.
for.
I don't understand. There
democracy.
are veterans that are voting for him. I don't know how. I do not
Don't
understand.
get it. I do not understand. I just don't understand that. You know,
No, I don't
anybody that's
either.
taken an oath, you know.
Yes, and I did. And I still hold true to it. And anybody that did should be holding, because you're never released from that. You get a discharge, baby, you're still in the game. And you always will be. All of us are. Whether you took an oath or not, whether you were in the military or not. We're all dedicated to the same ideal. Those that fought for this country through the history of our nation weren't all in the military. Did not all raise their hand to go fight. Some of them were put in those positions. And they held firm. And I'm not talking about not only war, but in our own social life. The right for women, the right for equality in this country. There were people that gave price.
Especially after the decision that the court made on, 2 days before, or just before July 4th.
Right.
Once that happened, that should have been, it literally raised the hairs on my arm. I'm like, man, that's like a big slap in the face to anybody that really went out there and fought for this country, man.
Yes.
And I'm like, I sit here and I listen to the stories of all the guys that went there, and you hear, all the things that they went through, and watching their friends die right in front of them, and
It's the saying,
and
buddy.
all these things, and
all
I'm like,
gave
man,
some
they
and
went through
some
so
gave
much.
all.
Yeah, and then you're gonna sit here and
You
vote
can't
for
serve
that
this
guy,
country without giving a
that
piece of
guy
yourself.
that refused to fight for the country, who freaking got a doctor's note, who refused. That's astonishing to me.
So he's a draft dodger. Somebody went in his
Yeah,
place. That's what it was. While he
yeah,
was playing
a
tennis and
draft
baseball,
dodger.
mind you, that's what pisses you off. If you look into his history, when he got that draft deferment, he was playing tennis all the time. Who? He's a rich boy. Yeah, somebody went in his place.
That's remarkable to me. I just can't. I don't
I
understand it.
I can't. I was raised different than that. My
I
father
don't
was
I
military.
don't
You know,
don't get it.
it's it,
You know?
only 1% of this nation at any given time, right now, 1% of our nation is serving this country. That's not a very good percentage. It's not a very high percentage. It puts a burden on them. At the very least, the rest of the 99% can do is support their ass in any way we can. And we don't do a good job of that. We still have a ways to go. We're not a great country because we still have disabled vets on the street holding up a sign and asking you for change. So we're not great yet. We have a long, long way to go before we get great. But we're the greatest the world has right now. And no matter how much Trump tries to convince people that we are a sorry ass nation going down the tube, because that's all he preaches. Every time you hear him
That's all
say
he
that,
is.
I want to slap him in his face.
Every time he opens his mouth, I just want to stick my foot in it.
Every time. Because
Every
that's all he works. He thrives
He
on
just
denigrating
lies.
this country.
Lies.
Because
lies,
he's
lies,
not.
lies.
That's it. Because he's not the king. He's not the president. So if he's not in charge, then the whole country just sucks. Jorge Tire Biter, what the hell are you doing in
You
here?
know, John,
What?
it's like this,
What?
dude.
Tell me.
You said anybody can raise hell. Well, I'm nobody, but I can raise hell.
That's
And
what we're doing.
I don't see how the hell can a veteran vote for Trump? How
I-
the hell
I'm still-
can a woman vote for Trump? How
No.
the hell can a man who loves his wife and daughter vote for Trump? How the hell can anybody
Amen.
on Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare vote for Trump? How the hell can anybody vote for Trump?
Ignorance and hate.
Yeah.
That's the question every one of us is asking. Because they're all around
get
us. We
it.
don't
I
have to
just
go
don't
far
get
to
it.
find one. And when you see one with the Trump flag or the Trump sign out there, and you just have to ask yourself, what the fuck is wrong with you? You can't ask them. They have a right to vote for whoever they want. That's the power of this country. That's the dream of this country, that we all have that say. But
Yeah,
we
but if you look at them, John, they're 20 years away from Social Security, most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they don't know anything.
Don't
Yeah,
they
get Donnie in
know
there. There
what's
won't be a Social
coming?
Security. There won't be a Medicare. There won't be no
Yeah, I
Medicaid.
mean,
There won't be none of that
duh.
shit. Get rid of all that crap. Yeah, it's in there. Project 2025.
Yeah,
Go look.
baby.
Anyway, Peter came in with a $50 donation and a big old pair waving a flag. I love it. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate it tremendously. I do. I do
Well,
indeed.
John,
Yes.
I just got done watching the president, and hey, he's all business.
There you
Love
go.
it.
I did not get to hear him because it was on over here, but had the closed captioning on. But if I try to read it, then my mind's not in the show, so I couldn't read it. So I'm going to go back after the show and go in there and listen to it because I wanted to hear what he was going to say tonight because it is important for all those that are calling for him to step aside. And from what I see, he has no intention to do that. So to all those George Clooney and everybody else out there, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up because you're just shut the fuck up. If you're on board, get on board. What are you gonna do out there? Tread fucking water? Oh, I don't know. Who are you gonna vote for, George? Who's Clooney gonna vote for? Trump?
Riding with Biden.
I'm riding with Biden all the fucking way, baby. And every one of us needs to get on that same fucking. Yeah, that's how we move forward. That's how we make this country great. Is to keep working on it until it is. And we are decades and centuries away from that, I'm afraid. but it gives us something to do. You know? So we need to fight for it. Your kids need to fight for it. Your grandkids. Your great-grandkids. Your great-great-grandkids. The fight is going to continue on as long as this democracy survives. And we have to do our share. It's been tested before in our history. As Bernadette and Mishachik well know, some of the books that our group has gotten together and read. Where'd Bernie go again? Jason, that girl's hard to pit. Oh, okay. Okay, I see her.
I'm right here.
Okay.
She's,
Well, you were gone a minute ago. Anyway, we can be no different than those that came before us, is what I'm saying.
one at a time.
We can be no less dedicated to this democracy than those that came before us. Whether we're talking about 20 years ago, 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 248. Citizens across this nation have been called to save it time and time again, and we can be no less dedicated.
It's a democracy.
At one time, Jim Crow was the law of the land, but we overturned it. And we can overturn this bullshit, too.
As Lincoln himself said, testing whether this nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. He asked that at Gettysburg. We're still asking the same question. How long can it endure? It endures as long as we're willing to fight for it. That was the answer then. It's the answer now. It's worth keeping. It's worth fighting for. And that's what we're asking you to do. Yes?
I was thinking about one thing here. You know, even Biden wins this. Unless Trump gets the Crowbar Hotel, which I hope the hell he does.
I hope.
What's to keep him from coming back in the next cycle?
Who, Trump?
Age.
Nothing.
Idiot.
Yeah, age, time.
Oh,
You'd think he'd go away, but don't think for a
Nature.
minute that he's going to lose this election. And when he does, you know damn good and well he's going to come out screaming he won. It was rigged. It was cheated. It was this. It was that.
You can
They've
bet on
already
that.
made that plan. So we have to be ready for it.
Take two.
Yeah.
If Biden wins this one, what's to keep him from, if he don't make the Crowbar Hotel, what's to keep him from trying to come back the next cycle?
Nothing.
That's
Nothing.
Hopefully his health.
Yeah.
Him being like a 7-time loser should be enough to fucking
Should be
tell
enough.
people, hey,
Get out of
we
here.
ought to
think
go
the
You're tired of your
somewhere else.
shit.
Republicans would get the idea,
lost.
wouldn't you?
You
You would
think.
think.
You would think.
They just don't
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, Jeff Curry just said it. He loses next day, Trump 2028. You bet your ass, because that's exactly what he did after Joe Biden was elected. The day after Joe Biden was inaugurated, Trump was down there filing that he's a candidate for 2024.
No,
Mostly
hey,
to try to keep his ass out of, oh, look, I'm a political candidate and they're persecuting me. Oh, bullshit. Get out of here.
no, when Biden
they-
wins. No, listen, when
When
Biden,
Biden
wins, he
wins.
needs to use his new king powers to fucking put Trump where he needs to go.
That's it. Got all these new powers. Supreme Court gave him shit. Yeah, let's go. Anyway, I guess we better wrap it up for tonight. I want to thank everybody who came in tonight, joined the conversation. There's going to be a lot to be said in the next 4 months, baby. And we need everybody out there motivated as much as you can, not only for yourself, to encourage others to be involved in this democracy, because, as I said, we can ask no less of ourselves than those that have come before us to fight for this democracy, baby. It may not require you to carry a rifle out in the woods and have to shoot somebody, but it damn sure involves you getting your ass to that damn voting booth. And it is the least that we can do. So just be ready for it.
Amen.
That's all. Anyway, Philly C, got in late,
Yes,
but I'm
sir.
glad you got here.
Thank you, sir. I was too busy watching Biden and
Good.
his
He had a lot
thing
more to
on
say
the-
than I
on
did.
NATO. Oh yeah, so he did very, very well. So
Good.
I'm
I
glad.
think he did.
Glad to hear that. Outstanding. Well, Philly, come back anytime you want. We're going to be here.
Yes, sir. Good night, everybody.
Outstanding. Good night. And Bill,
Yes.
thank you for coming in, brother. We appreciate it.
Well, I'm glad to be here. I'm sorry I missed. I was watching the
Yeah.
president as well.
Well, again, he had more to say than I did, so I'm glad.
Oh, come on.
That's the best excuse you can have, buddy. Well, I was listening to the president. Well, okay. Can't argue with you there. Anyway, Bill, come back and see us. We'll be here.
You bet I sure will.
Outstanding.
Thank you, John.
You bet. Jorge.
Yes, sir. You know, I want you to know that I'm in total agreement with Bernadette when
What?
I say, fuck Trump.
Fuck, did you say fuck Trump right here on our show?
I did.
See, there's people out there listening right now, and they heard you say fuck Trump.
Trademark.
And now you done motivated Bernadette to say fuck Trump too.
I'm
Yeah,
going to let
baby.
Jorge get away with that one because, you know, fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump. If you haven't got the message
I
yet,
love
that's
you,
what this
girl.
show is about, baby. Jorge, thank you very much. Take care of Nan for us.
Will do, brother.
All right,
Absolutely.
brother. And
She's
James.
in Houston in the dark right now.
Oh, shit. Did she go through the storm?
Oh, yeah, she got no power.
Oh, hell.
Yeah, it's tough, yeah.
Well, I hope
Solar
it comes
lights,
on.
little dollar store solar lights come in handy during these times.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Yes, we were all prepared. Solar lights, candles, batteries, all that shit. We was ready.
Absolutely.
Fucker went right by us. Anyway. Where was I? James.
Hey.
Hey.
Fuck Trump, that's where
Fuck
we were.
Trump. That's where we were. I'm sorry.
Fuck Trump.
Jorge, take care of yourself. And
I
fuck
love
Trump.
you, man.
Love you too, back. Take care of yourself. And James.
I just want to say,
What?
everybody within the sound of my voice, give us a fucking majority in the House and we can get rid of 2 corrupt justices.
Where's it?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine what that would fucking do for us? Come on, people. Give it to us.
There you go.
That would be great.
You want to see something get done, we need to control the House, and that goes down to the congressional districts. We need to pick up as many as we can because we need that. We need to take
Because-
control of this country. And
Ms.
make getting work
Cortez,
done.
she give us an articles of impeachment for 2 justices. Let's do
Yeah.
this, people. Come on.
Alito and Clarence
do it.
Thomas. Let's go. I'm ready. I want to see it, baby. Tell me they don't deserve it. Tell me we can't get dirt on their ass. Get their shit out. Clarence Thomas especially. Anyway. Alito with his flag. Stuff his flag upside
sure
down
there's
up
plenty.
his butt. Damn it, my earpiece keeps falling out of my ear. I need some glue, I think.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
John, I
Yes.
love you, brother.
I love you back, bub.
Keep up the good work, buddy.
I will.
Love you.
I will. Thank you for coming. Anyway, James, you know. I don't want to say it.
Good
Thank
night.
you, brother. Love you. All right. Mushy, mushy shit all the time. God damn it. There it goes again. This just in. Remember that guy on Laughing? He always had his hand up there. That's what I'm going to do. Miss you, chick.
Yes, John. I'm
you.
picturing the guy with his hand up,
Yeah, this just in.
the reporter.
Yeah.
Gary
Anyway.
Owens.
Was that his name? Yeah, I remember from Laughing.
Yeah.
Always
Oh,
standing
yeah.
there with the microphone in front of him with his
Gary
hand
Owens.
up to his ear. Yeah.
Well,
Listen,
that's
anyway.
Well, heard this shit.
You got anybody you want to call out tonight, darling?
I do. And
Who?
he was here this evening, but he's already taken off.
Oh.
Philly C. Philly C shares this shit.
Philly
From
C
New York.
does share this shit.
He does.
And we appreciate the shit
He
out of that.
also joins in and talks to us too. So that's the,
Outstanding.
bonus.
There you go.
Mark Brutch from Texas. Paula Lynn Baker from Florida.
Outstanding.
Evelyn Mann from Texas. And let's see, Gord Jarvis from Nova Scotia.
From Nova Scotia.
Yeah, Gord.
Outstanding.
And
Worldwide,
Langland Norris from Missouri. They all shared this shit last week. I don't remember which day they shared it, but they shared it this week.
Boy, how to shit.
And you
love
all can share this shit.
All
You
of
can
you could
subscribe.
share this shit. And
Like,
who knows?
thumbs up.
If you share this shit, Miss Chick might just call you out for it.
Just might call you
Just
out
might.
for it.
There you
And you
go.
know what the fun part is? Trying to figure
What's
out
that?
where you're from.
That's it. Trying to figure out where you are. Got a name,
Yeah.
just where the fuck are you?
Some of you
Where's
don't
Waldo?
make it
It's
easy.
like that.
Yeah.
Miss Chick,
I have
thank
to
you
put
for
on-
all you do, darling.
I have to put on my Sherlock Holmes glasses and
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yeah. Anyway, you do a fine job at it, and we appreciate the shit out of it here. Because we do
Thank
want
you.
to say thank you to everybody that shares this shit.
Yes, we
Because
do.
it's not just a show, baby. It's a family, and we've got a job to do. So, anyway,
Yep. Vote blue.
we got to do it. Vote blue. Why? Why, Miss Chick? Because
Well,
your
we
life
need to
might
vote like
depend
our
on it?
life depends on it.
Oh, I messed it up, didn't I?
You did.
I did. Oh, well, I'll try next time. Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
well, our life does depend on it, John.
it
We
does.
need to
It does.
vote.
Our life and our way of life. So let's keep
Mhm.
up.
And our grandchildren's way.
And that's it, all the way down the line. Miss Chick, thank you.
You're welcome. Wishy washy.
And Bernie,
Yes,
that
John.
pressure cooker going in there today.
Hey, you know, I get hot. I don't know what
I
to
know
tell
it.
you.
You let that steam off. You see the cap just going.
You
Love it,
read
baby.
the shirt. It
Yes,
says
I do.
don't set her off.
Don't set her off. Don't light that damn fuse. What are you doing?
Okay, do
Run!
it.
There's already enough fires in the neighborhood.
That's right. Don't set
Fire
her
in the
off.
hole.
So,
Anyway, thank you
I'm
so
gonna
much, Bernie, for
apologize
everything
for
you do, darling.
my
What's that?
passion anymore. I'm not gonna apologize for my passion. I'm riding with
No.
Biden. If we both have to go to the grave, okay?
That's it. That's it. I'm there.
That's it.
I'm with you.
And 4.
All right. Well, look, take care of our littlest blue dot for us. Don't get
Will
burned
do.
up.
Nope.
Just take care of
He's been-
yourself, okay?
Actually, he's
Huh.
been doing a lot to take care of me. He's the one that's been out watering the garden. Bless his little heart for
Outstanding.
that. Right on.
Outstanding.
Yep.
He's a fine man. He's going to be a fine
He is
man.
a
And we
fine
got
young
high,
man.
big, he is. Anyway, send him our love for us.
All right.
All right.
Will do.
And I want to thank
All right.
everybody, those names going down by, everybody that donated to this show. Thank you very much. It is how I keep it going. And it is, it means, thank you. Thank you. I can't say that enough to everybody that supports this family and this show. I appreciate you very much. Anyway, Manana's Friday, so with any luck, we'll have a
We
little beer, a little
appreciate
bud.
you, John,
What's that?
and we appreciate you.
I feel that, brother. I get that. I really do. I feel the love from this family. Believe me, every day. If I've told y'all before, this is my social outlet right here. This is it right here. Talking to y'all. I don't have any other social life. This is it. So I hope it means so much to y'all as it does to me, because it means an awful lot to me. Anyway, I love you all for being here. Remember what I always tell you. Put a smile on your face the best way you can and give that shit away. Make somebody else smile in their life because they need it. Anyway, I love you. Y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody, and we will
Good
see
job,
you
boy.
Sunday. Good night, Mary. We will see y'all again on Sunday. Until then, take care.